He spent 10 years sleeping in his car, doing toothpaste commercials, and being told he didn't have what it takes. Then he became the biggest star on American television. Then Hollywood offered him something even bigger, and he said no. This is the quiet, extraordinary life of Tom Selleck. Tom was born in Detroit and raised in the San Fernando Valley, the son of a real estate executive and a homemaker. He was tall, 6'4", athletic, and fully convinced his future was in sports. He enrolled at the University of Southern California, where he studied business administration and played basketball. Then a drama teacher saw something in him. Not talent exactly, something harder to name, a gravity, a stillness, a way of commanding a room without trying. The teacher told Tom he should act. Tom thought it was laughable. Athletes didn't become actors, but he took a drama class, then another. And something shifted, quietly, the way important things usually do. He graduated in 1970, and instead of entering the business world, he entered casting offices. For 10 years, almost nothing happened. He auditioned constantly. He was rejected constantly. He appeared in commercials for Pepsi, Marlboro, and Close-Up toothpaste. Not because he wanted to, but because he needed to eat. There were stretches of months where the phone didn't ring, where he questioned whether he was delusional, where real life, a stable job, a predictable future, started to feel less like failure and more like relief. He didn't quit. In 1980, CBS cast him as Thomas Magnum in a brand new detective series, Magnum P.I. The show was unlike anything on television. Magnum wasn't hard-boiled or cynical. He was charming, funny, and quietly principled. A Vietnam veteran living in Hawaii, solving crimes with humor and heart. And underneath all of it, there was a real human being, someone who could be wrong, who could hurt, who could laugh at himself. America fell in love immediately. Tom Selleck won an Emmy. The show ran for 8 seasons. He became a household name. And then came the moment that would follow him for the rest of his life. In 1980, Steven Spielberg was casting a new film, a globe-trotting adventure about an archaeologist with a whip and a battered fedora. His first choice for the lead role, Tom Selleck. Tom screen-tested. He was, by almost every account, perfect for the part. The physicality, the charm, the timing. But CBS refused to release him from his Magnum P.I. contract. The show was their crown jewel. They weren't letting him go. So Spielberg turned to Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford became Indiana Jones, one of the most beloved film characters in history, a role that launched one of the highest-grossing franchises ever made. Tom Selleck stayed in Hawaii, solving fictional crimes in a Ferrari. For years, people asked him if he regretted it. His answer never changed. No. Magnum was a gift. I'm grateful. Whether that answer came easy, only he knows. Then Magnum ended, and Tom Selleck did something almost no major star does at the peak of their career. He stepped back. In 1987, he married Gilly Mack, a British actress he'd met while she was performing in Cats in London. In 1988, their daughter Hannah was born, and Tom made a decision that Hollywood doesn't reward, but history tends to respect. He chose to be present. He bought a working avocado ranch in Ventura County, California. He turned down roles that would have kept him away from home for months. He stopped optimizing his career and started building his life. In an industry where marriages collapse under the weight of fame, schedules, and ego, his marriage endured. In a culture that equates disappearing from screens with failure, he disappeared anyway. He didn't need the validation. He needed his daughter to grow up knowing her father was there. In 2010, Tom returned to television in Blue Bloods, playing Frank Reagan, a New York City police commissioner navigating family, duty, and the weight of doing what's right in a complicated world. The role fit him like something he'd always been carrying. The show ran for 14 seasons. He worked well into his late 70s, not because he had to, because the work still meant something, and because for once in Hollywood, the schedule let him go home at night. Tom Selleck's story doesn't have a dramatic third act. No scandal, no breakdown, no comeback documentary, no bitter memoir. Just a man who waited through 10 years of silence, who became a star the hard way, who missed the biggest role of his generation, not by failure, but by circumstance, and found a way to make peace with it. Who looked at fame at its brightest and decided it wasn't the most important thing in the room. He chose presence over applause. He chose steadiness over spectacle. He chose the ranch, the daughter, the marriage, over the red carpet. And somehow, after all of it, the rejection, the near miss, the quiet exit, that turned out to be enough. More than enough.